So welcome back. This is tutorial 7 on Autodesk Inventor 2013 and making your SumoBot. So in the last tutorial we assembled the base, the wheels, and the gearbox, and there's still a body to come, but that'll come a little later. So this tutorial is about modifying something once you've actually assembled it. So in this case here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top view, and you can see right here that the wheels the gearbox and the hole for the screws don't quite line up. So I'm going to show you how to kind of modify that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the part. So this is in case of the base, and I'm going to right mouse click here, and I'm going to go open. What's going to happen is that part's going to open up again. And down at the bottom here, you can see there's the assembly and there's the part, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to modify these holes. So I'm just going to go and do a top view, and I'm going to zoom into just the first hole right now. And what I'm going to do is come down to my extrusion, and I'm going to go to my part. I'm just going to double click it. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in and maybe just move this down a bit. And all I want to do is add basically another circle over here. So I can make it quick. Circle. I'm going to start. You can see it lines up the center points. I'm going to go about there, and I'm going to drag down, and you can see automatically that it lines up the right size of the circle right away. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to go create a couple lines. So there's my line. Put them across up here. Oops. Let's go Control Z on this one. And oops, hang on a second, let's just hit escape. Let's take that one, delete it. Okay, so let's do that again. Grab my line, just grab a line here. Okay, hit escape, grab another line, put it down here. Right, hit escape. Okay, and now I'm going to lock like I did earlier on. I'm going to lock that one circle. So that should be now locked. And then I'm going to do tangent. So this line to there. And you can see it's still green, so I'm going to tangent this one to there. Okay, and then I'll tangent this to that. Oops, and you can see automatically it's tangented to the other circle right away. So hit escape. I'm going to zoom in here and just center this a bit. Obviously use my trim tool, and I'm just going to trim off all the excess, and there and there. Trim off the centers, and there's my my hole expanded a bit. Okay. So there we're finished. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to hit finish, and there's my extent there. And the next what I'm going to do is I'll go back to 3D model, and I'm going to mirror. I'm going to actually get back into that sketch. Sorry, I got out of that sketch by accident. Double click it, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror that across the center line. So I'm going to go back to pattern and select. I'm going to select this. Oops, hang on a second, I still got that other hole. I'm going to hit escape first. Let's get rid of that hole first. Highlight it, hit delete. Okay, so now let's go back to pattern and mirror. Select my first bit. So that's my first. My mirror line is going to be this line right here. And I hit apply, and you can see that they're across. Hit done. Okay, so there's my sketch finished. And I go this, says there's an error here. Right? So basically what it's saying in this error is that you've extruded something, but now you've changed the sketch and it doesn't like to work. So I'm going to accept this. Okay, and what's going to happen is you can see my extrude screwed up. The extrusion is screwed up. So you've drawn something, but it's saying no, there's something wrong here. So what we're going to do is basically just take this extrusion, right mouse click, hit delete. Okay, and it's gone, and now I just don't have an extrusion. So I just need to re-extrude. So I'm going to take this, click on the sketch, extrude. Okay, go back and pick the parts I can extrude right away. And oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's hit escape or Control Z, and let's try that one more time. My extrusion's gone, so I'm going to take my extrusion, right mouse click, hit delete. Okay, and now my holes are just they're just on the flat surface. Take my sketch, extrude. Okay, and my dialog box just got put on the other side of my screen. So I'm going to leave the dialog box here, and I'm going to go around to each one of these holes and make sure that I get them all. Okay, so slide over here, that hole there, that hole there. Oops, missed it. Control Z it. Okay, oops, shoot, got to do that one more time. Delete it. Okay, and get to my sketch. Sorry, finish. Now I'm going too fast in my tutorial. So grab the sketch, grab extrude. Okay, zoom in, make sure I get the ones I want. There we go. Now I'm working fine. Just go slower. Okay, grab that guy, grab that guy, make sure I get it this time. There we go. Grab that guy. And up here, distance to next, cut. Okay, and that should be, if I hold the shift key down, I go around the back, yep, they're through, and I'll just hit OK. Okay, and there we go. So now I got my updated piece. I'm just going to save it right away, because if I don't, the effects won't take place. And then when I go back to my assembly, you're going to see that it automatically updates. Okay, and that's what's kind of cool about this program. So there we go. Now I have this slot that's big enough for the screws to make sure they all line up at a later date. So that concludes tutorial 7 on how to modify a part after you've assembled it in an assembly. Okay, and we are done.